Good morning, everyone. It's time to get started. And right at the beginning, I'll step back. And I remember I didn't do this exercise with you, so I'd like to do it. What I mean, wait a minute. Okay, there you go. We will start by playing a game. It is a kind of, I know, right in the morning, you're not expecting an algorithm, but the point is that we have done it with other groups, and actually some members of those groups, they have benefited by winning 10 points. So I want to give that chance to you as well, although yours is exactly the morning slot, and I understand that part. So rest assured that if we can do it together, it is good for you, because this is something very important, and important indeed. I'm going to share it with you, and there you are. So I will give you 5 minutes. Although in your exam settings you won't be getting that much time to finish these algorithms. And as you can see, there are 3 algorithms right there. If you can finish the first one, you will get 2 points, 2 bonus points, and that's what your friends in the other classes, not all of them, those who participated, they got it. And the second one will give you 3, and the last one will give you 5. So anyone interested in giving it a try? So altogether, if you can give the correct answers for all these 3 algorithms, you end up winning 10 points. And all these points will be given right in front of you, right here, and will be added as a bonus point for your lab. So whatever you get in the lab, and this will be added to that. So bonus points, 10 bonus points for that. So in case you get 70 or 75 in your lab, and you end up getting 85. So you raise your points. But most importantly, that is just a motivational factor, incentive, motivate you to take part. But it's important that you don't forget algorithms. That's the reason why I'm giving you this one. So we can take some time to do it. So are you willing to do that? If all of you say that no, we don't want to do it, okay, let me share it with you, so you can give it a try and try to win the jackpot. So I call it 10 bonus points. You can click the link and go straight to the file. You do your calculations and then write them down right here. Okay. like this, SSF. First, try to give these two, and then in a similar way, you can do the right one. I don't know the answer. I will later do the answer with you together. So go ahead, get involved. As I said, there's no assumption about whether these will come or not, this kind of questions. I can confidently promise to you, you'll get a question from here. That important. All right? All right. Take your time, 3 or 4 minutes I give you. Then I can see many of you are right there. At least 6 of you on the page. Yes, please join. And in the meantime, I will take your attendance as well. Just in case I forget, no problem. Okay, I'll take it later because I think many of you, you're not yet there. No worries. 10 bonus points, SSF. If you give the correct answer, everyone, not necessarily the first person, all of you who give me the correct answers, you will get a bonus point. And the bonus point is real. Students are getting it. And there you go. Everything's ready. In fact, only one group. Yours is the last group. Only one group, and that AI students, like you are the AI students from the AI group. Another AI group, they own 10 jackpots. For the software engineer, they're getting kind of 5, 2, 3, something like that. But they couldn't get So you have a fair chance. But I'm sure you can win it. So your grade is this one, 1604. So there you are. Inside. Whoever gives me the correct answer, you will get the bonus. See, one thing, if this is AI 1604, I really don't like these things, but I'm going to give you confirm that I'm not going to change this one. You see, on request, I gave you an extension, and you say the Winfolk. I'm talking about Nam Winfolk. And you think it's a game like you tell me that, yes, sir, teacher, I will do it within that time. I asked you many times, but then there's no submission. So essentially, I'm not going to give you anything. You can't go for the final exam. Okay? These are the things I really hate. If you take it as an advantage, then you'll have to suffer. Anyway, do it. Yes, Longha, you can tell me what you want to say.
I have five the answer.
I can't hear you. Just a mix. Could you repeat once more? Where can I type down? Say here, here. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So you mean they're in order? So the first one is SSF, second one is elevator up, and the third one. Okay. All right. Thank you. I don't know whether right or wrong, but we will wait for some others to submit, and then we will solve it together. I'm waiting for other participants. I can see 7 participants here. Only 1 participant has given me. The others must be working on it. Chi Kang, Wayan, Bao, Hu Huang, Dan Hung, and Kwok Fung. Okay. Quite a few contenders. Good to see. These algorithms are absolutely, but these ones, and then in deadlock, you will get another bunch of algorithms. In fact, all the algorithms. You're waiting. Is it difficult? I don't think so. Those who are coming late, we are playing a game where you can win 10 bonus points. Two more minutes. In fact, in your exam, you will get just 1 minute. If any of you is still working on that, then let me know, I will wait.
Laura, she's taking me down.
Oh, that's good.
Okay, there's coming 2.333 SSL. Cool. Take part. I'll split into two parts. First, I will take a break to do the calculations for SSF and elevator. And then I will give you a little bit more time for those who want to do slight modification. Then I will check slight modifications. So at the moment, give me the answers for SSF and elevator. If you can finish all of them, that's okay. No problem. Okay, slight modification is also coming. All right. What happened to others? Everyone right in there. For the exam, you have 1 minute to solve these problems. Of course, they will ask you only one, whichever they ask. You get just 1 minute to solve it. Ah. All right, good enough. It's still coming. I want to give all of you a fair chance. So 1 more minute, then we will start working on SSF and elevator. Good to see. Oh, my mistake. You're even correcting the mistakes. All right, good to see that you are engaged. All right, keep sending. I will review. Corrections are welcome. At one point of time, I was thinking about making a quiz full of algorithms from all the chapters. Of course, there's a lot of work, but I can tell you many students will fail. Because in the quiz setting, that's the real thing that you'll have to do in the exam. Okay. More and more people getting engaged. I think it's time for us to take a look at the first two algorithms and see who wins those points. Is it so? Okay, that's all. If any of you want to send me SSF or elevator up, do it now. Whatever you have done, I'm going to switch off your messages. Right here, you can see. I can stop you from sending any more messages. Okay, and I do it now. There we go. So time for calculation and see who has owned the prize. Keep your calculators ready because I might need your help to do the calculation. I'm not using any calculator here. So the first thing is, let's talk about SSF. This is SSF. So it's pretty simple. Shortest sequence cost. So we start from 25. So after 25, we move to 23. 3 to 22 to 12. 22 to 12. Yes, 12, 6 to 5. 5 to 45. If I miss something, point it out immediately. 55, then after 55, you go to 61. 61 to 78, 78 to 87. 87 to 123. Is it all right? So let's do the calculations. 25 minus 22 is 2 plus 1 plus 10 plus 6 plus 1 plus 40 plus 10 plus 6 plus 17 plus 9 plus 36. Did I do the calculation right? Altogether, how much? Use your calculator. Do it.
138.
138. Did kill. Divided by. Divided by?
11.
Okay, great. So how much?
12.55.
12. 12.54.
55.
Okay, 54 or 55. That's okay. That doesn't make difference. Okay, so that's it. So who owned the prize? Let me see. Quite a few of you actually win the prize. I know it. I saw the answers. Now let's go to elevator up then. In elevator up, In elevator up, right here it is going upward. So the first thing is 25. From 25, we are moving upward, right? So let's go straight to 45, 45 to 55, 55 to 61, 61 to 78, 78 to 87, 7 to 123. And then, what should I write then?
5,
What should I write after 123?
maybe 5,
I think 23.
This is elevator up. Okay, in elevator up, we go all the way up, as you can see. We go all the way up and then turn around and start coming back. So which one, if you are coming back, which one will you serve first? Of course, this part has already been served. Let me think about it. Okay. Here is your elevator. There was 25 from where you started, and you reached 123. And now it will turn downward, isn't it? And it will go to serve, because this part has already been served. This is already served. Okay, so this part needs to be served. In this part, the first one is 23, and then 23 to 22, 22 all the way to the 5. Did you get my point? It is turning downward, because elevator up means it will go definitely the up direction, because the up means at that very moment its direction was up. But when it reaches the top, it turns around and starts going down to serve some of the other cylinder requests that haven't been served yet. So that is exactly what we are doing. So we should write, as someone pointed out, make sure you understand it, 23, 22, then 12, 6, 5. Is it clear now? 25 minus 45 minus 25, 20. Plus 10. Plus 6. Plus 17. Plus 9. Plus 36. Plus 100. Plus 1. Plus 10. Plus 1. Is that okay? Tell me how much is it altogether. If you have a different opinion, feel free to tell me. Point it out.
216.
Divided by 11. How much?
19.63.
19.63. All right. Great. So let me see how many of you actually own the prize. Okay. So I put a mark that up to this point, and I go back and check your records right here, and I will give you an update quickly. The first gave was Long Ha. You gave the first one correct, second one incorrect. So you get only 2. Elevator up, Chi Kang, you gave the right answer. Okay. How you get 2, then and there, as promised. Because these numbers will be added, like when I go for final grading, I will add these things up. Oh, the software is slow. No, oh, no. Then we have elevator up, Chikung, you gave the right answer. Hu Wong, no, you couldn't get it right. Chikung will win the prize. Slight modification, I'm not looking at it. SSF, all sorts of answer. Kwok Hum, you also got it. Okay. Hu Wong, elevator up, 25.4. No, dear. Slight modification. I will check later. Kwok Hum, SSF 19.71. Really, how could you get that? And Duke Wong, you gave the correct answer for SSF. So Duke Wong will get 2. And Chikung, you will get 3. Ah, what happened? Chikung, there you get your bonus point. Keep working on elevator algorithm, slight modification of elevator algorithm. And Duke Wong, you gave the correct answer for the first one, SSF. So there you are. See, it's real. You are getting bonus points. I switch on your message. I enable your messages. Now you can send me further message. I'll give you 2 or 3 more minutes to send me messages only for slight modification. Go ahead. But those who didn't get it right, and you see, it may seem very easy, isn't it? But as long as that's the thing I keep telling you, for the algorithms, for all the algorithms, not only this one, all the algorithms that we have studied so far, understand the logic very well. Take your time, spend time to understand logic. So once the logic settles down, then you don't have to worry about anything else. You can do the calculation. But otherwise, you get the incorrect answer. See how important it is? Only one group yesterday, as I've said, bit of a surprise. They got 100 out of, 10 people, they got 10 out of 10. You know why? Because they had 2 sessions back to back. And in the first session, we covered it. In the second session, I asked them the question. So naturally, it was still burning hot, okay, piping hot, the algorithms in their mind. So they all got it right. Slight modification of elevator algorithm, 21.27, 21.27, 21.27. Okay, keep sending slight modifications. Anyone else? Everyone 21.27. Everyone 21.27. All right. All right. All right. I will check. A few more answers to make things more exciting. going for the jackpot. I think jackpot has already been missed. At best, you can get 8 or 7. You're now playing for 5 points. As they say in the game shows, you're playing for 5 points. Here comes a new calculation. Welcome, welcome, welcome. 22.18. Go ahead. I love to see new numbers. Slight modification of, see why I asked you this question. That this is the most likely question, by the way, that they ask you in the exam. Hey, what happened? Yes. Yeah, why it keeps popular barter. Anything more, anything more, anything more, anything more. Get involved. As I said, for these algorithms, I can guarantee you're going to get a question from there. Why I'm spending time here. Anyone else working on this, or should we do the calculation? You guys really want me to make a quiz based on algorithms only? If we do it, you will have just 1 minute to answer. Do the calculations for all the quizzes, for all the questions. That's the point. All right, so let's move in because it seems that no one else is sending. If you are doing calculation, let me know. I will wait for you. Otherwise, I will switch it off. So I switch it off. There we go. Now, switched off. You can't send me any more message. And we are here to check it out. Slide modification. A lot of things there. Let me clean it up. Clean up. Okay. Pick it up right from there. And there we go. $25. I need your help. 25 to 45. Slide modification starts with a few assumptions. Okay, so I think it's better first we write down the assumptions because it is actually a revision of those important things. So it always starts with 2 assumptions. The first one is Fair enough? Elevator always goes up and up, never turns downwards. It keeps only in one direction. It keeps scanning in one direction. That means up and up and up and up and up. That sounds odd, but that's our assumption. And what do we estimate? The second assumption is the lowest cylinder is assumed to be situated fair enough. These are the two assumptions. The elevator always goes up and never turns down. The lowest cylinder is situated just above the highest cylinder. So let's see what our calculation should be. It should look like 45. Fair enough. Then 55, 61, just a minute. After 61, 78. $87, 123. And then what should I write there?
Five.
Exactly. 5. Wonderful. Excellent. See the difference? When we move back, this was elevated up. After 123, we said 23. But no, that means it's taking turn. But in here, in slight modification, we guess that it keeps moving in only one direction. So basically it means it's going up. It reached to 123. It doesn't turn around. It keeps going upward. And your 5 is located right here. So see, if you can start from 5, you basically move upward again. It was moving upward, but it doesn't turn around. So that is the idea. Okay. So after 5, it will be 6, 12. See, it's moving upward, 22 and 20. Right? So what it will be? 20 plus 10 plus 6 plus 17 plus 9 plus 36 plus 123 minus 5, that is 118, plus 6 minus 5, 1, plus 10. No, sorry, 6 plus 10 plus 1. Did I do it right? Is it okay?
Yes.
Okay, great. So what will be the total?
234. 234.
Right? And the final score is
21.27.
31.
20. 21.27.
Right? So 1, 2, 3. How did you get 22.18? Will you explain, Mr. Hu Huang? You did some mistake.
Yeah, I forgot to minus 5.
Okay. So I know 3 of you are excited that you gave the right answer, right? 21.27. But unfortunately, you are wrong. It is incorrect. Okay? There is where the students get trapped. And that's why this is the most popular one they ask you. Remember what I say in the assumption. It is assumed to be situated just above the highest cylinder. So when it comes to doing the calculation, we believe the displacement from 123 to 5 is essentially 0. The displacement between 123 to cylinder 5 is 0 because it is thought of being just above the highest cylinder. And there is no problem with that because cylinders, concentric cylinders, are logical units. You remember from our study. So why do we always have to say this is 1 and this is 2? We don't necessarily have to say that. It's a logical thing. You can well say that this is 1 and this is 12. No harm in it, as long as you can keep track of that in a logical way. Because it is logical interpretation of the physical space. So the geometry, it all depends on the geometry. And that geometry must be consistent. Like if a controller is mapping it in this way, the OS should also understand the geometry is in that way. Because these are logical interpretations. Remember in one of the earlier classes, I told you that I put a point here. It is a white space, and I put a point. And I ask all of you individually and independently to give me the X and Y coordinates. And I will get a whole bunch of X and Y values. Who is right, who is wrong? Everyone is right. Because he or she is mapping this entire space in his own logical way by drawing his or her x-axis and y-axis in different parts of this white space. So accordingly, the coordinates of x and y, the x and y for these particular dots will change. So the difference between 123 minus 0, this 118, is incorrect. It is 0. So what will be the calculation? You minus 118 from here, and whatever you get is probably 116, right? 116 you get divided by 11 equals to how much? $116 divided by 11?
10.55.
There you are. It always, the one thing you must be suspicious about, that slight modification can't be more than the elevator algorithm. Because slight modification we do, because that will always reduce the seek length. Otherwise, why should we come here? If the seek length is more, you should have been a little bit suspicious. But did you understand this point? And now you know why I ask these questions, spend so much time. I know the students will make mistakes. Okay, this is exactly where students make mistake. To reconfirm what I say, we will now take you back to the slide. If it is not yet open, just give me a minute, open the slide and check what they did right there. This is right here. It's a very, very, very important algorithm. Most of the students get trapped here. And that's the reason I gave you 5 marks for it. You see. There we are. Okay. There we go. You see it right in front of your eyes. What did it say? 2 assumptions. First, it's always moving in the upward direction. In effect, the lowest number cylinder is thought of as being just above the highest number cylinder. And when you look down to the calculation, look down to the calculation at the bottom, notice something is missing in this equation at this red dot, isn't it? What is missing? 183 minus 14. Why? Because that is assumed to be 0. 183 minus 14 is not calculated right here. And no need, because that's 0. So this value is correct. And you get the final stick length, average stick length is 19.125. Did you get my point? Will you remember? Or if you have any contradiction in your mind, feel free to ask me. Because these are assumptions, and these assumptions are possible because cylinder, as we know, cylinder, sector, track, these are not part of the hardware of the hard case. These are logical interpretations. So it's like any logical interpretation, as I gave you the example, that does it really matter if I say that this is 1 and this is 12? Any problem? As long as I'm okay, and I can correctly map it, and I can keep track of where I put my cylinders logically. No problem. Did you get it? If you have, again, if you have any contradiction, anything in your mind, not clear, clear it up. We don't have time to come back to this point. Probably can never. But these things will suddenly pop up in front of you during your exam. The reason I'm spending time here is I wish I could spend this kind of time with you with all the algorithms. So forget about the theory part, just the algorithms. But we don't have time to understand. But anyways, that these are the vital things. Otherwise, you'll get it wrong. Okay? So, is there anyone else gonna win? I don't think so. Anyone? 10.54. I didn't really get it right. No one gave me 10.54. Okay, I enable your messaging. You can send me messages now. No one gave me 10.5. In fact, you should be, because in the exam they will ask you to do only one calculation. Not two calculations or three calculations. But then I gave you the 2 or 3 calculations, and as you are sending me the messages, right there I knew that something was wrong. Why? Because your elevator algorithm, some of you, that you when we knew that that elevator algorithm was kind of 19 point something, right? 19.54, something like that, or 19.63, sorry, 9.63. And your slight modification is 21.27, definitely incorrect. Because that's the whole reason we go for slight modification, because we are trying to reduce the average seek length. Quite a job in the morning. So unfortunately, I can't give you any more marks anywhere. Go back. Only one group. Yours is AI 1604, but another group, AI 1603, they gave some wonderful answers straight away. And it was possible, no, not AI 1, that was another one. And they gave some great answers, one of these groups, software engineering, because they had 2 classes, 2 sessions back to back. So in one session, I finished it. The next session, I gave them the task. So at least 10 of them gave me the correct answer. So anyway, don't forget it. It's quite a good experience, and it's worth spending time in that way. We don't have much time left, but the first thing, I'd like to know exactly which group where we were. Did we talk about rate levels? Did we talk about rate?
Yes.
Okay. So did we talk about error handling, stable storage? It's a bunch of theories, nothing more than that. Did we talk about it? Error handling, stable storage?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so I think we got the end of it. That's all right, no problem. In the next class, I think we will jump on clock. We'll get started with clock. Okay. Although we should have finished the interrupt first. Anyway, that doesn't make much difference. It's a part of IO. So later we will talk about IO. So the point is, in the next class, when I ask you, just remind me that we will get started with clock. Clock, in fact, clock must be somewhere here. Can get a quick introduction of clock because we don't have enough time here. Oh, by the way, I must take your attendance first. Otherwise, I have to go with them. Okay, quick attendance. Xuan Huang, Mick Broken, send me a message. Chi Kang is there.
Yes.
Vin Phuc, gone. Juk Huang, Long Ha,
Yes.
Hu Huang,
Yes.
Dan Hom,
Yes.
Nop Phat,
Yes.
Din Min, Wak Quy, YN,
Yes.
Im Thak,
Yes.
Nhật Min, Tiên Phúc, Wang Hui,
Yes.
Min Kwong, Dui Bao,
Yes.
Wai Min, Lim Chuk,
Yes.
Wak Hong.
Yes.
Anyone send me a message for correction? Wak Hui. So, Vin Folk, you tell me what exactly. I can't give you infinite amount of time because your computer is broken. You try to get hold of someone else's computer and do it from there. I mean, somehow you have to do it. Otherwise, you can't just give me an excuse because that's something that I can't even verify. Maybe you're true, but how can I verify that? So you keep asking, so do something. Otherwise, I tell you that you will not be allowed. You will not be allowed to take the exam. Hmm? Who is absent? Swan Huang, Du Kwong. Wak Hui. Din Pen. Din Pen.
Nhật Minh, yes.
Is that women? Du Kwong is already present. Okay, so who else is there? Nhật Minh?
Nhật Minh. I'm lag for a minute. I can hear my name.
Yeah, Nhật Minh. Sonia. Okay, I call you Min Kong.
No, Nguyễn Nhật Minh.
Okay, well, all right.
Yes.
Just respond when I call your name. Min Kong, Chan Min Kong, Tien Phuc, Nhật Minh.
Yes.
All right, that's final. So what do you want, Vin Phuc? What do you want? Excuse. So tell me what exactly you want. You want one more extension? Vin Phuc? If it is possible, otherwise you will, it's not possible, surely it's not possible, you will get reduction of marks, but I don't want to fail you, because if I stop you from submitting, you get 0, that means that you can't sit in the final exam. It's as simple as that. Okay. Can you finish it by tonight? Can you finish it by tonight? You have your laptop now. Hopefully it's working. Can you finish? What happened, happened. So see, in front of everyone, you're making promise. Okay. So tonight is the dead last one. Okay. Go ahead, do it, and that's the end of the story. If you really want to, okay, do it right now. All right, we don't have much time left. I will not discuss anything today, but in the next class, tell me, we will get started with block. Okay, right here. That's all. Thank you for your participation. Brush up your algorithms. And as I say, this is week 7 gone. Today is Friday, right? Week 8 and probably in week 9, right in the middle of week 9, we will get started with presentation. And in presentation, you will have to face QA because that is 50%. So start your preparation. At least 3 chapters. Any 3 chapters of your choice must be prepared. Okay, that's all. Thank you. And we will see you again in the next week on Monday. Okay. Enjoy your weekend.